Alright, hi. We're reading Title 49, Part 236, Code of Federal Regulations. Rules, standards, instruction governing installation, inspection, maintenance, repair, and signal train control system devices, appliances. 236.0, application minimum requirements, penalties. Subpart A, rules, instruction, all systems. 236.1, plans, work cap. 236.2, grounds. 236.3, locking signal apparatus housing. 236.4, interference from a normal function of the device. 236.5, design of control circuit with a closed circuit principle. 236.6, and operating switch equipped with the switch control circuit controller. 236.7, circuit controller operated with a switch and lock movement. 236.8, operating characteristic electromagnetic electronic apparatus. 236.9, section circuits through the indication annunciation of instruments. 236.10, electrical locks, force drop type where required. 236.11, adjustment, repair, replacement of the component. 236.12, spring switch, single protection where required. 236.13, spring switch selection, signal control circuit with a circuit controller. 236.14, spring switch, single protection requirements. 236.15, timetable instruction. 236.16, electrical lock main track releasing circuit. 236.17, piping with the operation connection, pipe for operating connection for the requirements. 236.18, software management control plan. Roadway signals, cab signals. 236.21, location roadway signals. 236.22, sophomore signal arm clamps to other objects. 236.23, a suspect indication. 236.24, spacing roadway signals. 236.25, reserve. 236.26, buffing device maintenance. Alright, 236.51, track circuit requirements. 236.52, relayed cut section. 236.53, track circuit feed at the grade crossing. 236.54, maximum length of the track circuit. 236.55, dead section maximum length. 236.56, shunting sensitivity. 236.57, shunt and fouling wires. 236.58, turnout fouling section. 236.59, insulated rail jungs. 236.60, switching shunting circuit using restricted wire cables. 236.71, single wire on the pole line aerial cable. 236.72, reserve. 236.73, open wire transmission line clearance at other circuit. 236.74, protection insulated wire spliced in underground wire. 236.75, reserve. 236.76, tagging wires, interference with the wires or tag single apparatus. Inspection testing of all systems. 236.101, purpose of inspection testing, removal of the surface of the relay with the surface of the device failing to meet the testing requirements. Sophomore. 236.102, sophomore and search signal mechanism. 236.103, switching control circuit control with a point detector. 236.104, shunting valve circuit. 236.105, electrical lock. 236.106, relays. 236.107, ground test. 236.108, installation retest resistance testing wires in the trunking and cables. 236.109, time releasing time relays of the timing devices. 236.110, result of the test. Subpart B, automatic block signal system. 236.201, track circuit control signals. 236.202, signal governing movements of operated hand switch. 236.203, hand operated crossover between main tracks and protection. 236.204, track signal for movements in both directions requirements. 236.205, signal control circuit requirements. And 236.206, battery power supply with respect to relay and location. 236.207, electrical lock on-hand operated switch control. Subpart C, interlocking standards. 236.301, where the signal shall be provided. 236.302, track circuit with the routed locking. 236.303, circuit control circuit with signal selection through the circuit control operated with switch point, switching locking the mechanism. 236.304, mechanical locking, same protection effective with the circuit. 236.305, approaching with the time lock. 236.306, with the facing of the point of lock of the switching and lock movement. 236.307, indication lock. 236.308, mechanical electrical locking with electrical circuit requisite. 236.309, loss of shunt protection when required. 236.310, with the signal governing the approaching of the home signal. 236.311, swing the signal contract control circuit with the selection through the track relay with the device control functioning with the track relays through the signal mechanism contact with the time relief for the automatic interlocking. 236.312, with the movable bridge interlocking signals appliance of the bridge device. 236.313, reserve. 236.314, electrical lock, hand-operated switch or derail. Rules and instruction 236.2.3.26, the mechanical locking, remove the disarranged requirements for the permitting train movement through the interlocking. 236.3.27, the switching movable point with the frog split point derail. 236.3.28 with the plunger of the facing point lock. 236.3.29 bolt lock. 236.3.30 locking dog with a switch lock movement. The 236.3.31 through 236.3.33 is reserved. 236.3.34 point detector. 236.3.35 dog stops, trunnions and mechanical locking. 236.3.36 locking bed. 236.3.37 locking face with mechanical locking fitting. 236.3.38 mechanical locking required in accordance with the locking sheet in the dog chart. 236.3.39 mechanical locking maintenance with requirements of 236.3.40 electrical mechanical interlocking machine locking with the divide between electrical mechanical levers. 236.3.41 latches, shoes, rocker links or quadrants. 236.3.42 switching interlocking controllers. 236.342 switch circuit controller. Inspection testing, 236.376 mechanical locking, 236.377 approach locking, 236.378 the time locking, 236.379 route locking, 236.380 indication locking, 236.381 traffic locking, 236.382 switching obstruction test. 236.383 valve locks, valve lock valves and valve magnets. 236.384 cross protection. 236.385 reserve. 236.386 restoring fire feature of the power switches. 236.387 movable bridge lock. Subpart D, traffic control system, automatic blocking signal and interlocking standards applicable to the traffic control system. That's 236.401, 236.402, the signal controlling tracker, the circuit control operator. 236.403, signal to the control point. 236.3 and 404, signal to the adjacent control points. 236.405, track signal movement in both directions, changing the direction of the traffic. 236.406, reserve. 236.407, approaching the time lock where required. Alright, 236.408 route locking, 236.409 reserve, 236.410 locking hand-operated switch requirements, rules and instruction, 236.426 interlocking rules instruction applicable to the traffic control system, 236.476 interlocking inspection testing applicable to the traffic control system, subpart E automatic train stops and train control cab signal systems. 236.501 forestalling device and speed control. 236.502 for the automatic brake application initiation with restricted block conditions stopping distance in advance. 236.503 automatic brake application initiation with a predetermined rate of speed exceeding with the speed. 236.504 operation interlock with the automatic block signal system. 236.505 the operative relation between the parts along with the roadway parts of the locomotive. 236.506 relief of the brakes of the automatic application. 236.507 brake application 5 full service. 236.508 interference for the application of the brakes mean for the brake valve. 236.509 two or more locomotives coupled. 236.510 reserved. 236.511 cab signals controlled in accordance with the block conditions stopping distance in advance. 236.512 cab signal indicating with the locomotive enters the block with the restrictive conditions obtained. 236.513 audible indicator. 236.514 interconnection with the cab signal system with the roadway signal system. 236.515 visibility with the cab signals. 236.516 power supply. Rules instruction roadway. 236.526 the roadway element with the function not functioning properly. 236.527 the roadway element insulation resistant. 236.528 restrictive condition resulting from the open hand operative switch requirement of 236.529 roadway element indicator inductor height within distance from the rail. 236.530 reserve. 236.531 trip arm height and distance from the rail. 236.532 strap iron inductor use restricted. 236.533 reserve. 236.534 engine equipped with the territory and requirements. 236.551 power supply voltage requirement. 236.552 insulation resistance requirement. 236.553 steel when required. 236.554 rates of the pressure reduction equalizing reservoir of the brake pipe. 236.555 repair rewound receiver coil. 236.556 adjustment relay. 236.557 receiver the location with the respective of the rail. 236.558 559 reserved. 236.560 for the contacting element with the mechanical trip of the type of location with respect to the rail. 236.561 reserved. 236.562 minimum rail current required. 236.563 delay time. 236.564 acknowledgement time. 236.565, provision preventing the operation of pneumatic brake applying with the apparatus with a double heading cock with the requirement. 236.566, locomotive at each of the train operating with the train shop, train control, cab signal, territory equipped. 236.567, and restriction imposed with the device and failed for this cutout in route 236.568 with the difference between the speed with the authorized with the roadway signal, cab signal action is required. Inspection testing on the roadway of 236.576 on roadway element, 236.577 test acknowledgement cut-in circuits. Inspection testing daily locomotive 236.586 daily after trip test and 236.587 departure test 236.588 periodic test 236.589 relays 236.590 pneumatic apparatus subject part 5 Subpart 5, dragging equipment on sliding detectors, other similar protective devices, 236.601, signals control the device location section. Subpart G, definitions, 236.700, definitions, 701, application bolt, brake, full, surface 702, arms, sophomore, 703, aspect, 704, reserve, 705, bar locking, 706, bed locking, 707, blade, sophomore, 708, block, 709, block absolute, 710, block latch, 711, bond rail joint, 712, brake pipe, 713, bridge movable. 714 cabs, 715 through 716 reserve, 717 characteristic operating, 718 charter dog, 719 circuit acknowledgement, 720 circuit control common circuit, 721 circuit control, 722 circuit cut-in, 723 circuit double wire line, circuit 23, 724 circuit with the shunt following, 725 circuit with the switch shunting, 726 circuit track, 727 circuit track coded, 728 circuit trap. 729, cock double heading, 730 with the coil receiver, 731 control circuit, 732 controller circuit and switch, 733 control foreign, 734 control current of traffic, 735 current leakage, 736 cut-in section, 737 cut section relay, 738 detector point, 739 device acknowledgement, 740 with device reset, 741 distance stopping, 742 dog logging, 743 dog swinging, 744 element roadway, 745 facing locking, 746 feature restoring, 747 forestall, 748 reserve, 749 indication, 750 interlocking automatic, 751 interlocking manual, 752 joint rail insulated, 753 limits of interlocking, 754 line and open wire, 755 line link rocker, 756 lock bolt, 757 lock electric, 758 lock electrical force drop, 759 locking facepoint, 760 locking approaching, 761 locking electrical, 762 locking indication, 763 locking latch operated, 764 locking lever operated. Alright, 765 locking mechanical, 766 locking movable bridge, 767 locking route, 768 locking time, 769 locking traffic, 770 locomotive, 771 machine control, 772 machine interlocking, 773 movement conflicting, 774 movement facing, 775 movement switch and lock, 776 movement and trailing, 777 operator control, 778 place and driving, 779 plate top, 778 780 plunger face typing point lock, 781 reserved. 782 point control, 783 point stop indicated, 784 position de-energized, 785 position false restrictive, 786 principal flow circuit, 787 protection across, 787A railroad, 788 receiver, 789 relay timing, 790 release time, 791 release valve value, 792 reserve equalizer, 793 rod lock, 794 rod up, down, and down, 795 route, 796 routes conflicting, 797 route interlocking, 798 section dead, 799 section fouling, 236 800 sheet locking, 801 shoe latch, 802 shutting, 802A sliding, 803 single approach, 804 signal block, 805 signal cab, 806 signal homes, 807 signal interlocking, and signal 808 signal opposing, signal 809 signal slotted mechanical, 810 spectacle sophomore, 811 speed medium, 812 speed restricted, 813 speed slowed, 813A state most restrictives, 814 state controls, 815 stop, 816 superiority obtains, 817 switch electro-pneumatic, 818 facing point, switch hand operated switch, interlocked switch, power operated switch, sectionalization, 821, 822 switching spring, 823 switching trailing point, 824 system automatic block signal, 825 system automatic train control, 236 826 system automatic train system, train stop, 827 system block signal, 828 system traffic control, 829 terminal initial, 830 time acknowledgement, 831 time delay, 831A track main, 832 train, 832 3 train opposing, 834 trip, 835 trunking, 836 trunnion. 236 837 valve electro-pneumatic, 236 838 by wire shunt. Subpart H, standard of the processor based on signal train control system. 236 901, purpose and scope. Definition to the 903 905 railroad safety program plan. 2907 product safety plan. 909 minimum performance installed. 236 911 exclusion. 236-913 filing approval of the product safety plan implementation operation. 915 and retention records. 919 operation maintenance manual, training and qualification program, general task analysis base requirements. 923 train specific control office for the personnel. 925 927 train specific locomotive engineers and other operating personnel. 236 929 locomotive training specific roadway workers. Subpart I. Alright, subpart I, positive train control system, purpose scope, 1001, 1003, definition 1005, requirement of positive train control system 1006, equipping locomotives operating the PTC territory 1007, additional requirements for the higher speed services 1009, procedural requirements 1011, PTC implementation plan, intent with requirements 1013, PTC development plan, notice for the product, intent with the content requirements, type of approval 1015, PTC safety plan, continuous requirements, PTC system certification, 1019 mainline track, 1017 independent third party verification validation, 1019 mainline track exemptions, 1020 reserve, 1021 discontinuous material modifications amendments, 1023 errors and malfunctions, 1025 reserve, 1027 PTC systems collision, 1029 PTC system using failure, 1031 previously approved PTC systems, 1033 communication security requirements, 1035 field testing requirements, 1037 records retention, 1039 operation maintenance of manual, 1041 training qualification program, 1043 train-specific office control personnel, 1047 train-specific locomotive engineers, other operating personnel, 236 1049 train-specific with roadway workers, roadway workers. Appendix A, Part 236, civil penalties. Appendix B, with the Part 236, Appendix B to do Part 236 risk assessment criteria. Appendix C, Part 236 safety assurance criteria with the process. Appendix D, with the Part 236 independent with review with verification validation. Appendix E with the Part 236 human machine interface for the HMI design. Appendix F with the Part 236 minimum requirements of Part FRA directed independent third party assessment of the PTC system. Safety verification validation, Title 49 U.S. Standard Code 20102, 2103, 2107, 2133, 2141, 2157, 2301 to 303, 2306, 29701 to 2703, 21301 to 21302, 21304, Title 48 U.S. Standard Code 2461, Note, Title 49 CFR 18.89, Source 33, Federal Register 19684, December 25th, 1968, unless otherwise noted. Then I'm going to cut the tape and start over it and start from the beginning at 236.0. We have to go to 1000.